Welcome to LOQation, Cabrini College's weekly news program. I'm Alexa Faragine.
And I'm Dominique DiNardo, and here's your news now.
Worried about your tuition increasing? Fear no more, fellow Cabrini students. The college has announced there will be a freeze on undergraduate tuition for the next academic school year. Cabrini is one of a number of colleges across the country promising to keep the cost of classes the same as this year. The school has also announced a test-optional admissions policy starting in the fall. High school students are able to apply to Cabrini without sending in their standardized test scores. Dr. Felicity Duncan is the newest addition to the communication faculty and will be playing an essential role in the new digital communication and social media major. Find out a bit about her background, where her interest in social media began, and what she is looking forward to at Cabrini. Also, how Cabrini is setting themselves apart with the addition of this class.
Now we're here with the newest addition to our communication department, Dr. Duncan.
Hi.
How are you?
Well, thanks. How are you?
Good, good. What stood out to you with Cabrini, and what made you apply here?
Well, a couple of reasons. I heard about the job through a colleague of mine, and I was, ready to start working. And I came and visited the college. I looked over your website. I looked at a lot of the media that the students produce also. And the things that appealed to me about Cabrini were, first of all, that there's a lot of emphasis on learning real skills. And you can see that when you look at the media that the students produce. They're really learning how to do video, how to do audio, how to write. So that really appealed to me. And the second thing that appealed to me was that it was small classes, that I would get to spend quite a lot of time getting to know the students. I wouldn't be teaching 300 students at once. I would be teaching 20 students at once. So we could have a real conversation. And for me as a teacher, that's a lot better and a lot more fun than having a really big class.
Okay, that's nice. What are your goals for this year?
For this year, I just want to get through it. No, I'm hoping to really bed down the first few social media classes. We're teaching the COM 231, which is community engagement in social media, for the first time this semester. So I really want to establish that as one of the requirements for the digital communication major. So I want to get that sort of settled as one of the requirements, and then start building the syllabuses and building up the rest of the program so that we have a good flow through the major, and that students are really learning the skills, techniques, and also learning a bit of the theory about what they're doing.
Okay. And what do you think you can offer the students here at Cabrini?
Quite a few different things. First of all, I think I can offer them a really good discussion of some of the theory of the new media that we're going to be working with, because I think it's very important, given how quickly platforms change, given how quickly websites come and go. I think it's important to understand the theory behind them and how they work. So I think that that's something that I can get and bring to the students. I also have a lot of experience myself creating digital media, building a website from nothing, building a newsroom for an online publication from scratch. So hopefully that's something we can also talk about in the years to come.
All right. Well, let's check in with some of your students from one of your classes and see how they're doing.
I'm taking Dr. Duncan's social media class, and I'm really excited about it because I've had internships in social media, but I've never had a class in it. So it's kind of cool to put what I've learned in my internship into the class, and take what I learned in the class and bring it to my internship.
I don't find it as schoolwork. I know a lot of people my age find social media as something to branch out and kind of get away from schoolwork, and how I can relate that to actual learning ability.
She kind of came into class guns blazing, really giving us real hard on the dates and times that things are due, and I think I like that. She's kind of setting the tone for the rest of her career here with Cabrini. So.
Sounds like they're really enjoying your class.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
Well, I'm John French on location for LOQation. Now back to the news desk.
Restaurant Week is back again until the end of January. You can enjoy a 3-course dinner for a discounted price per person. Keep up with these great offers and a list of participating restaurants at visitphilly.com. Capboards also is featuring a deal for students, cutting the price to $15 per person at specific restaurants. Senior Alyssa Reep and junior Georgie Nave performed a 2-person musical at the beginning of January for Reep's Senior Capstone Project. With the help of several alums, the Cabrini English Department, and the Cabrini Rec Department, this double-sided love story was a hit with the audience. And that was your trip around the block. Let's check in with Howard to see what's new in sports.
The NFL draft is only a few months away, and there are rumors that the Philadelphia Eagles are trying to trade up to take Oregon quarterback Marcus Mariota. The Heisman winner has run Chip Kelly's spread offense at Oregon, which would make him a great fit in Philadelphia, but The price for Mariota may be too high for such an unproven quarterback. Cabrini's swim team took a tough loss to Ursinus College. The men's team lost 125-68, and the women's team fell 115-81. However, sophomore Christina Melicuri and freshman Rich Gianni were named to the AMCC Best of the Rest list after their performances. Melicuri won the 100-yard freestyle in 56.82 seconds, while Gianni won the 100-yard backstroke in 58.03 seconds. On January 19th, Cabrini hosted its second annual Do Blue Night for support of the men's and women's basketball teams. Let's check it out.
Do Blue is what the goal is to bring the Cabrini community together. I mean, obviously the basketball teams are there. We have parents who are going to be there. You know what I mean? And we want the students there. We want the students there to support the teams. You know what I mean? The T-shirts are great. You know, it's a very attractive thing. You know what I mean? Students hear about T-shirts and they want to, you know, hop on it right away. You know, and free pizza. You know, that always helps too. But yeah, I mean, we want you guys there to support. That's the whole thing. We want the students there to really support the basketball teams. But it's about bringing the Cabrini community together. I think that's the main aspect of it all. Do Blue would be a success if we had students lined up throughout the Dixon Center, much like last year, of everyone coming in and, you know, supporting the team. Both teams, the men's and women's. I mean, that's the success of it all. We just want people to come out and be supportive, you know what I mean, and really just have fun. Overall, it's for the support of the athletics teams, you know what I mean, and that's awesome. So athletics, once they heard about this, you know, they were excited about it, you know what I mean, because we get to do the Do Blue shirts. A lot of students show up. It's a big night, you know what I mean, in support of the teams. So yeah, so we partner with athletics for that. Social media is the best way. I feel like social media is great. So we have the Cabrini Nation social media. It's on Instagram and it's on Twitter. So we do a lot with the Cabrini Nation social media. We'll do the flyers around campus, word of mouth. You know, we have the students definitely talking about it, you know, that are part of the Cavalier Traditions group. But yeah, I feel like social media, I feel like especially with the students, you know what I mean, is the best way to get in touch with you guys. So this is only our second year for Do Blue Night. So last year was super successful, and that's what we decided, hey, we're definitely going to do it again, because like Cavalier Traditions, we want to form fun traditions, you know what I mean, that we have that last a long time and are not just, you know, once and done. We like to have stuff that lasts for as many years as it can.
Jason Williams was at the game and got to talk to some of the players. Let's throw it to you, Jason.
Thanks, Howard. Welcome to Cabrini's second annual Do Blue Night, where both the men's and women's basketball teams are in action. Let's catch up to some of the players and coaches to find out how the games went. I'm here with Cabrini women's basketball senior forward, Amber Keys, who had 27 points and 12 rebounds tonight against St. Mary College. So Amber, tonight you guys won. You're now 12-3 in the season and #1 in the conference. What's the outlook on the rest of the season for you guys?
We're really looking to finish the season how we started it. We know that we're the best team in the conference, and we're looking to attack everyone as we've been doing, play together and play how we know how to play. We're looking to win another CSAC this year. So. I'm here with senior guard Aaron Walton-Moss of the Cabrini men's basketball team. Tonight, Aaron totaled 29 points, 10 assists, and 5 rebounds. The Cavaliers came up short against Keystone College and Do Blue. So, Aaron, with the loss, you guys moved to 8-7 on the season. You tied for first in conference. What's the outlook on the rest of the season?
I mean, right now, we're not really used to this 8-7 record. I mean, the rest of the season, it's a long season. We still got to play a couple teams 2 times. Keystone was a major loss today for us. I mean, I look at it like that because, I mean, first place, we'd rather have it just solo by ourselves instead of being tied with a couple people. But, I mean, like y'all said, it's the season, and we're going to run right back to them in a couple weeks, make sure we get the job done.
Good luck on the rest of the season, Aaron. Now, that's it here from Do Blue. Let's send it back to Howard at the news desk for local and national sports.
The Seattle Seahawks will look to repeat as Super Bowl champions in a couple weeks. And in a game to remember, the Seahawks were down 22-7 in the fourth quarter. They scored 15 unanswered points in under a minute. And even after throwing 4 interceptions, Russell Wilson threw the game-winning touchdown in overtime to send Seattle back to the Super Bowl. The Seahawks will take on Tom Brady and the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. But the Patriots might have a blemish on their playoff win against the Colts. 11 of 12 footballs were underinflated by at least 2 pounds. The Patriots have had history with cheating over the years. The NFL hasn't released a statement, but expect the fine to come the Patriots' way. In December, the Cabrini College men's lacrosse team paired up with Team Impact to help change the life of a young boy and his family.
Team Impact is an organization that matches up children in across the country with college athletic teams. And these children have a range of different disabilities or illnesses. And basically what it does is it takes the family and the child that have an interest in a sport, whether it be, in our case, lacrosse or softball or basketball, soccer, and then matches them up and has them join a team. Jackson is a dynamic, engaging, full of life, and we are excited to have him as part of our team, as our program. I know the guys are, and to us it was just a tremendous win for our program to be able to have him matched with us and be part of our program.
My name's Jackson, and I am the new player on the Shrimp Cavaliers.
Jackson has a brain tumor called ependymoma. He has been battling this brain tumor since he was 6 months old, and recently just finished his 12th brain surgery and many rounds of radiation and chemo. We had recently been in the hospital first day, and we had really wanted to try a team for Jackson, and remembered hearing about Team Impact at a camp that we go to that's a family camp called Camp Sunshine in Casco, Maine. And so our social worker reached out to Team Impact, and within 24 hours somebody from Team Impact called.
As soon as we got accepted, we started receiving postcards from a lot of the players, and as soon as that happened, Jackson got so excited, getting personal notes from players that he didn't meet, but he just felt like part of the team. And as time went on and we kept telling him when we were planning to meet the coach, he just kept getting more and more excited.
We cannot describe how happy we are to welcome Jackson to our team. Jackson is the type of teammate that will lead us by example. Jackson will show us the importance of hard work and to always face adversity head on.
In December, we did our Jackson's signing ceremony, mimicked off event like that high school student athletes do when they sign to compete for a college. And Jackson basically signed a letter of intent to be part of the Cabrini College men's lacrosse team for the year. The team was there, the coaching staff was there, the administrators were there, and we officially welcomed him, gave him his jersey, and welcomed him and his family into the Cabrini College men's lacrosse program.
I am excited to be on it and meet the team and also the Cavalier.
And that was this week's sports news. Let's send it back to Dominique at the news desk.
Reaction continues over the recent Paris attacks that were said to be carried out by Islamic militants. After 17 people were murdered on the attacks on French satirical magazine Charlie Hebdo and a Jewish market, world leaders gathered in Paris to plan a cooperation against future terroristic attacks. According to the Associated Press, this attack was the deadliest to take place in France in over 50 years. Sony Entertainment's The Interview was allegedly the reason behind many recent web attacks on the United States. The movie is about American broadcasters going to North Korea to assassinate leader Kim Jong-un. Fearing violence, many theaters in the United States would not show the movie, so Sony decided to release it primarily online. Pope Francis also has something to say about the recent attacks due to freedom of speech. He said, "One cannot kill in the name of God. One cannot provoke. One cannot insult people's faith." This is believed to be in reference to the attacks on the United States and Paris. According to CNN, the Pope believes there is no justifying violence, but there are limits to free speech. The country of Malawi is suffering from deadly floods due to the heavy weeks of rain. Food, shelter, water, and health care are restricted at this point. According to CNN, a local aid organization said the floods have caused over 200,000 people to leave their homes, and another tropical storm is heading toward Malawi, possibly making the situation even worse. And those are this week's big issues. Let's check in with Morgan Williams for your entertainment update.
Okay, so this is the year for singer Christina Milian. Her new show just aired on Sunday, the 18th, called Christina Milian Turn Up on Channel E. So, This show is about her sisters and her mother all living in one house, her new single, and also her new fashion sense. So according to E, Christina Milian is possibly maybe sort of kind of dating rapper Lil Wayne. Now, if you didn't know, she was just signed to the rapper record label Young Money. So the relationship would not be too far off. And I mean, who wouldn't want to date Christina Milian? She's adorable. She says that he is her man crush every day. So there could be something stirring in the pot. Let's keep watching these two to see more. So I have to talk about this new show that premiered on Fox on January 7th. It's a show that continued from the movie Hustle and Flow. And if you don't know what I'm talking about by now, it's called Empire. It's one of the most hottest shows to start 2015. Empire is on its 3rd episode coming this Wednesday, January 21st, and has been picked up for its 2nd season already announced by Fox this past Saturday. Congratulations, Empire, and tune in every Wednesday at 9/8 Central to catch up on this great show as it continues to boost ratings every week. An oldie but goodie show that we all know is also back for another season. Fashion Police has just added a new host, Kathy Griffin, to replace the old host, Joan Rivers. They have had a few episodes so far, and personally, I think Miss Griffin is a great add to the show. No, Miss Griffin will not be Joan Rivers, but she shouldn't have to be. I think she should just be funny, and that she is. Do you guys still watch the show? I want to discuss your opinions on why or why not. Tweet us at LOQation News to tell us more. Well, that was your entertainment update. Now let's head over to the news desk.
Morgan, I really need to start watching that show Empire. It sounds so good.
I know, it is a really good show.
It's my favorite show on TV right now. Howard, do you watch it?
I don't, but I've seen a lot of commercials about it, so I'm probably going to check it out.
You should.
But that's all we have for you this week on LOQation News. Make sure to keep up to date with us on social media. Simply search LOQation News.
Now let's see what's coming up next week on LOQation News. Have a great week, Cabrini.
Next time on LOQation News.
And now let's take a look at our students and their visit to Cabrini's Ministries in Swaziland.
All about coverage of the Cabrini bookstore and its lack of inventory and why it's affecting students and teachers.
And then we take a look at the new restrictions placed on Cabrini's dances.